Wasn't that beautiful? I thought it was truly amazing, actually. I have something to share with you, and I'm gonna take you to the teepee, and I'm gonna give you a message. I received it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then I received it again last week, and then I received it today, and I'm gonna release it to you. I don't know what it is about the teepee. It seems that when I feel drained, I can go to the teepee and watch the clouds slowly move over the mountains, and I hear the wind, and I receive a message. Not all the time. Very rarely, actually. I knew that I was going to have to back away and stop draining myself. And that's why I had to take a break and gather my thoughts on how I would present you with this message that the Great Spirit has been giving me. And it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen the clouds move slowly across the blue sky. So let's go to the teepee. When I come in here, I find so much peace. I don't know what it is. I have my wolf, I have the elk, and a beautiful place to lay down and rest. Feel the wind outside and how beautiful it is. It's always nice to sit by the fire. And it's been cold the last couple of nights. And I have a light cold. You may hear it in my voice. Let me adjust this. There. That's better. That's beautiful. Before we get started, there's 2 messages. This is the first time I received 2 messages. Friday, I told everyone that I'm going to go away for a couple of days. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to go to Colorado. But not one time did I say I was going to shut the channel down, did I? I never said that. I don't understand why or how people can listen to the message and they just don't get it, do they? Some of them do. Most of you do. But I told you all, I will be here till the end, didn't I? And I would never abandon my family. Never. And you're my family. I want to address something that happened Friday on the way to pick up Diesel. I received a text from Suzanne, a wonderful sister here on the channel, and I told myself I'm not answering people's texts or messages or phone calls or emails. But Suzanne sent me a wonderful message through a text, and I couldn't resist because it was so beautiful and so short and straight to the point. She said, "Jim, I'm here for you, and I love you." When I got into town, me and Suzanne, we talked for over 2 hours. Do you remember Little Pink Houses? When I made a statement to the men, when you have an opportunity to listen to an intelligent, spiritual-minded Christian woman, sit down and be quiet. Well, I did with Suzanne. And she told me so much about myself that sometimes I don't recognize. And this video is not about me. You just wait, please. I'm getting to the point very slowly. We talked for the first time. You know, she sent me emails. She sent donations. But I've never heard her voice until Friday. What amazing, intelligent, spiritual-minded woman. And Suzanne, I know you're listening. And you have no idea how much you helped me that day. You see, there's people out there that love you. You may never meet them in this life, but I'll tell you one thing, it is so powerful when someone you never met tells you something so wonderful and beautiful. She gave me the inspiration that I've been missing. She gave me so much, and Suzanne, I love you, sister. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being yourself. So I came back to the land and gathered up my thoughts, and I went to the teepee. But Saturday morning, I had another text, and I said I wasn't going to answer people's texts, but I answered this one. And it was Barbara, Sister Barbara, who went through an operation, and she asked for prayers, and we prayed for her, and she's recovered, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to be just fine. We talked for over 2 hours. I was amazed. It was the first time I talked to her over the phone, the first time I heard her voice. And you know, she woke up years before I did. And she knew that she belonged to Jesus Christ when she was 7 years old. And she's been a messenger ever since. I was amazed about how much this woman that I never met knew about life. And she's got her scars. She's got them. We all have them, don't we? And Barbara, I want to say thank you for loving me. She brought tears to my eyes. And I told her a part of my life and how I came into this life. And how I always thought that I am not worthy. You remember that video? So many emails, I'm not worthy. I said, who told you that? You did. And I did. I told myself that for years. I am not worthy. But Barbara, she opened up my eyes Saturday morning. And I want to tell you, Barbara, thank you for loving me, and I love you. You see, what did I state? Without love, there's no future, is it? And without forgiveness, there's no future, is it? And that's what the problem that this civilization has. There's no love. There's no forgiveness. You might say, I forgive you, but you don't have unconditional forgiveness, and neither do I. You know, today was the first time when I went out and fed the birds. And when I came out the door, they all ran away, flew away. But I have a few rabbits, and they know I'm not going to hurt them. And for the first time today, a rabbit was just 2 feet away from me as I walked up. And I reached in my pocket and gave that rabbit a piece of lettuce. You know what he told me? Thank you. I know you're not going to hurt me. You see, we get hurt here on the third rock from the sun, don't we? You know, they call it the prison planet. Did you see those blue skies and those white clouds moving and the trees in the background? I don't live in a prison. I'm very grateful. I'm blessed that I'm in a safe location and I have food and water. And I have you. I read the post. Yes, I didn't answer everyone's post. And I didn't give anyone any hearts. But I will. I will answer as many as possible. There's over 150, probably 200 by this weekend. And it was addressed, every one of them was addressed to me. That's the first time that's ever happened. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for sending me positive energy. Thank you for, some said they was actually going to meditate for me. Wow. That's never, no one's ever done that before. No one. You know what that told me? I want you to please listen to me. You see, for years, I always thought I'd never been loved. But I'm getting the feeling that I'm being loved. And you know what? It feels very, very amazing feeling that people have so much love for me. And I don't know why. You know, I just like, I don't remember signing up for this, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to get to this message here in a minute. I'm just giving you my message to you from my heart and my soul to you right now. We will get to the message, both of them, in just a minute. So, I'm going through changes again. I've been going through, I went through 5 transformations, and I'm going through another one. I've been going through it for about three months now, and this is gonna make number 6. I know it. I know. I can feel it. And I want to say thank you all for being yourself. And I want to say thank you all for sending me your love and your prayers. I want to say thank you, Wendy, my sister in the UK. I want to say thank you, Elizabeth. I want to say thank you, Kimberly, Pam, Julie, Stephen, Ben. It's so many now. Mark. It's so many. Okay, it's just hundreds that belong on this channel that is a big part of this family. Mature souls. So let's start the video. Do you remember the video that this channel put up about how to prepare for CMEs? It was months ago, wasn't it? Maybe you haven't watched that. Maybe you're new here, and that's okay. We love you here. I suggest you go watch it. I've been keeping up with the CMEs ever since 2012 when we had some bad ones. Back then it was a grand solo maximum, and this is a grand solo minimum. And we're having record-breaking CMEs. Yes, the Class C. In class. I'm not worried about them. And some channels are making a big deal out of it. Yes, it deals with magnetism. Welcome to planet Earth. 5 ways of energy. Fatigue, anxiety attacks, ringing in the ears, insomnia, where people can't sleep, loss of memory, depression. Yeah, and every month in every CMEs, our resistance is constantly getting lower and lower because the magnetic sphere is weakening. It protects us. It's our atmosphere, a shield to protect us, and it's weakening. So here I go. This came to me about 3 weeks ago out of nowhere. And I believe it was the Great Spirit, the Holy Spirit. And I'm going to share it with you. When the lights go out, darkness will come. What do you think I meant by that? You heard me say this before. Okay, look at it from the spiritual realm. When your light goes out, here comes the darkness, right? Yes. And you remember when I said light exposed darkness. Darkness does not expose the light. You remember that? I know you do. I can't give you the time. And I can't tell you which country is going to be affected. This channel is international. It goes all over the world. There's people in Australia, New Zealand, India, Philippines, South America, Canada, UK, Scotland, Ireland, the Netherlands, Germany, actually, Spain, Greece, Italy, the United States. I can't tell you which country, which side of this planet is going to get hit. And it's going to be an X-class, and it's going to be a super one. You know, we have never experienced an X-class in modern history of a solar flare that's capable of knocking out the satellites, knocking out your electricity. I have been stating this, and I'm just going to tell you. It's not a scenario coming. It's a fact. And when it happens, and I told everyone, I don't agree with Ben Davison on Suspicious Observer. And the only thing I don't agree with is the magnetic reversal. But I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to CMEs, you know, I find myself every single day going to Suspicious Observer. Because Ben Davison is #1 on YouTube for CMEs. If it's nothing, he'll tell you no fear. If it's something, he'll tell you it's something and it's coming. You have 12 hours approximately. You have 32 hours approximately. Because each one of them has a different speed. Each one of them is different. It comes with different angles and degrees facing planet Earth. And I'll tell you, I've been subscribed to his channel for 17 years. Now, I know me and him don't agree on the magnetic reversal. He gets paid by the government. So what? A lot of people get paid by the government. A lot of people receive grants by the government too. Listen, I don't have a PhD. And if I can figure out the mathematic formula that I use in my model, and I can tell you where we're going to be 30 days from now and 60 days from now, in the position of the magnetic north, don't you think Mr. Davison knows that? I believe he does. Let me tell you, this is solar minimum, grand solar minimum, not maximum. And we're having record breakings right now. And if I can make a suggestion to you, go over there to Ben Davison, Suspicious Observer, and pay attention every morning. This is what's going to happen. And this is what I was told. And it didn't come from Mr. Davison. It didn't come from Mike around the world, which I support. He's never been wrong. I knew this was coming weeks before he made the statement. We're going to get hit, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get hit. And boom, boom, out goes the lights. And when the light goes out, the darkness will come. Listen, you can yank the cables off your car, positive and negative, and take them off your battery. When Mr. Davison says you got 12, you got 18 hours, you got 24 hours, you better go stock up on some gasoline. Because when it hits, you ain't gonna have no electricity. Your car may work, But if they catch you driving that car, they're going to take that car from you. You know, the dark ones. It doesn't matter what color skin. You see there's white trash, black trash, brown trash, yellow trash. Take the trash out. Stuff. What some consider worth keeping, mature souls throw the trash out. Don't get caught in that car. And if your car is running, what's it going to do when you run out of gasoline? Because it ain't going to be no more gasoline. And what about your refrigerator? What about your freezer? What about your lights when they go out at night? I told everybody, get a candle, get some LED lights, charge them up, chargeable. Don't use batteries. Do rechargeable if you can, and have batteries on the side for other flashlights. Get some candles. Get a lantern. Okay? Boom, boom. Out goes the lights. I told everyone, a 1 million populated city, they have enough food for 3 days in storage in the warehouses. Military's going to take that over. If they have their vehicles. Listen, when this happens, you actually think the National Guard is going to go out there and disconnect them batteries? You're talking thousands of vehicles across the United States, hundreds of thousands actually. And you think they're going to go down there to Sam's Clubs, Walmart's warehouse? I hope they make it. Listen, there's not going to be any water. It takes electric pumps to pump that water. Not going to be any water. I told people, buy a poly tank, $200 poly tank, and put it in your backyard and fill it up with your garden hose and fill it up with water. How many of you did that? Put it in your garage. Clean out your garage. Go to Tractor Supply and get you a poly tank. How many of you actually did that? How many people actually stored up gasoline when the pumps go out? I told everyone. How many did that? And I told people, get you some propane. Those that live up north, Canada, right now, get you some propane so you can stay warm. Have a way to cook food. If you have an electric stove, how's you going to cook your food, right? Remember? How many people prepared? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, I bet you they're going to prepare after this video, because I'm not done yet. Wait until you hear the second message that I received from the Great Spirit. Look, this ain't no game. And I'm not giving no candy anymore. You better wake up, because it's coming. The government says an X-class solar flare is not going to hurt the satellites. That is a doggone lie. That is a lie. It's never been proven, has it? We never had a super X-class solar flare, have we? How do they know? They've been lying to us from the beginning. And they're going to lie to us all the way to the end. How do they know? Oh, it's wrapped up in gold. Whatever, man. Listen, I got some oceanfront property over here in Arizona. I'll sell you that. The water will be coming in very soon. And then I'll sell you that. I just don't understand people anymore. I actually don't. That's why I'm kind of I'm so grateful I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, 2 hours from somewhere, so I don't have to deal with their stuff like a bunch of little children. Look, this is serious. I knew this was coming, and the Spirit told me, the Heavenly Father told me to tell you, and I don't want to tell you. This morning, I said, I don't want to do this. I sat there in my little Polaris buggy. I said, I don't want to do this. Tell them. Okay. I'm telling you right now. And I've been telling people from the beginning, get out of heavy populated areas as soon as possible. Didn't I? Only 2 people contact me. They're living up in the Rocky Mountains out in the middle of nowhere, 2 hours from somewhere too. And they don't have electricity coming in on the wire. You see, it deals with the transformers, ladies and gentlemen, and greed and corruptions, because these power companies pay lobbyists hundreds of thousands of dollars every year after year after year after year, so they don't have to spend millions of dollars on copper rods to insert into the ground and run copper cable all the way to ground the transformers. The transformers are not grounded. They're not grounded. Now, does that make sense to you? And the federal government did not mandate these power companies to purchase millions and millions of dollars in copper rods. They're about 3/4 inch thick and about 2 feet long to hammer into the ground. That's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? We don't have them. Because the Congress and senators, they have the ability to mandate federal laws. Here's $1 million. And they took it. Who's going to pay the price now? Yeah, you and your family and your loved ones are going to pay the price. And if they did it here in the United States, don't you think they did it over in Europe or Germany? I don't know. Maybe Germany's different. I don't know. I don't live in Germany. I know they didn't do it in the Philippines, because I've been over there and the power goes out. You know what happens? Those people climb the telephone poles and cut them cables and steal the copper. Huh. That's why they don't have transformers grounded in the Philippines. Are you grounded? You better be grounded. And I don't like telling you what to do. But I'm suggesting you better get your act together, because it's coming. I believe it's going to be here in August, actually. Okay. Part 2 of the message. You're going to like this one, because I resonate with this one, because it happened to me last week. Let me give you a metaphor. Because I live here in Pie Town, and there's no pie in Pie Town. I mean, women, should I say. I don't mean that disrespectful. I'm just saying there's no women here in Pie Town. And so the women don't make pies in Pie Town except for the restaurant. So there's no pie in Pie Town, but I'm going to give you a metaphor, and here it is. Do you remember, maybe this occurred to you, it occurred to me when I was a kid, about 12 years old actually. I would watch my mother make a pecan pie, and I watched her for 15-30 minutes, it depends on what day it is, but she always straightened up the pecan to make them perfect. I said, why do you do that, Mother? Well, I just want it perfect. I told my mother, I said, you have that special ingredients in your pie. What is that, Jim? I said, it's called love, Mama. I've seen the way you make your biscuits. And you don't get your biscuits out of a can, do you? How about you? You getting your biscuits out of a can now? Just like Rachel when I asked her, about her granddaughter. I said, your granddaughter knows how to make home-baked biscuits? She said, yep. She started at 8 years old, and her biscuits is as good as mine. Her granddaughter, I think at the time, is 15. I was like, wow. You see, we all want our biscuits out of a can, don't we? Conveniences. So getting back to the metaphor. My mother made a wonderful pie one day. And I came in, she put it on the table. I was going to cut me a plate. I got a plate and I was going to cut me a big old piece of it. You know what she did? She said, Jim, sit down. I will cut you a piece of pie. She cut me the smallest piece of pie I've ever seen in my whole life. I'm like, what's going on, Mom? She said, Jim, that's your piece. The family's coming over, and they're going to get the same serving as you got. I said, oh, okay. Well, I sat there and watched that pie go down in size. 3/4, 7/8 left. Get down to the one little bitty tiny piece. I reached in there and then I stopped. I said, no, Mom, this is for you. She said, thank you, because I haven't had a piece of that pie. Now here comes the moral of this story. This metaphor, and here it comes. Boom, boom, out goes the lights. Who you think's going to keep your family together? Are you going to keep it together? If you're a mature soul, which this channel, I'm so proud, because I think it's 98% mature souls on this channel. And the immature souls, we love them, and if they come here, please send them a message. Help them out, because I'm busy. Back to the metaphor. They're going to take your little piece of pie, and then they're going to take another piece, and then they're going to take another piece, and then they're going to take another piece, and you know what? By the time they're done with you, they're draining you of your pie that you have inside of you. That's your spirit. That's your soul. They're going to drain you. Just like I was being drained. I said, thank you, Lord. I understand. I was running out of pie. Back away, Jim, and get your ingredients together and fix your pie. So that's what I did. But that's me, and I'm suggesting to you, when the stuff hits the fan, your family's going to fall apart, and you better hope and pray that you don't fall apart, because you see, you think, I can deal with this, bring it on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, right. But I tell you what, you've never been in that corner before, and you're never going to be in this position before, but you're about to be in this position when boom, boom, out goes the lights. And you're going to be surrounded by darkness. But it's daylight outside. that darkness, they're going to come for your canvas suit. They're going to come for that water. If you got any gasoline, they're probably going to take that too. By that time, there's not going to be any pie left. There's not going to be anything spiritually left with you, because you are going to be drained, because you put yourself in that position and you are the result of your own reality. You heard me say that before. If you don't understand who you are, your definition, and you ain't got a direction, how are you going to understand your reality? How? Took me a long time to figure that piece of pie out. You are going to be the result of your reality. When boom, boom, out goes the lights. I told everyone on this channel, get out. Get out of heavy populated areas. And only 2 people listened. Interesting, isn't it? Go ahead. Do you remember when you was young? You know, the old days? To remember the old days, you have to be old, right? I don't care if you're 35. You remember the old days when we was 25? Yeah, that's the old days and you're getting old. We had a saying back then. I actually came up with it with my friends. It didn't last long because we was young. But I kept it inside all these years. And I don't forget nothing. We lived our life because tomorrow is going to be better than yesterday. Think about that for a moment. What if I told you tomorrow could be worse? That's right, than yesterday. I'm not planting fear into you. I'm planting a seed into you. See these seeds? That's what I'm doing. I'm planting these seeds. And then you go out and tell someone else, and you're planting the seeds in them, and those people that you touch someone else, and they touch someone else, and you know, you're going to get a couple bad seeds come back. You know, you're crazy. You're a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, just throw them seeds over to the side. You don't have to keep, you know, slinging your pearls before the swines. Remember that one? And Christ even stated, when you go to your brother, you tell him one time, and if he listens to you, you have won your brother, and he does not walk away. Because you're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. That's why I just don't deal with it anymore. I'm not wasting my time trying to tell people about the magnetic reversal. I'm talking about off the channel. Okay? I'm not wasting my time because I'm talking to little bitty tiny children. I told one guy about it. You know what he told me? I ain't worried about that. It's just messing with the GPS. I just turned around and walked off. Have a wonderful day, man. Do you remember how many times I stated, when you have a package of love, open up that package slowly. Take it out, hold it, absorb it. Take it in and be grateful, because that beautiful package of love is your family, your granddaughter, your grandson, your son, your daughter. Okay, a couple of them getting jabbed. We told them not to. I told everyone a year ago, and I'm so proud of you because you went out and told your family, don't get the jab, and they got the jab. And now they're shedding, and now it's spreading. And I'm not talking about throwing pie. This was supposed to be my day off, but this was the most important message, and this is why I had to go away. To give you these two messages. Number one, boom, boom, out goes the lights. It's coming in August, maybe even soon. I don't know. I wasn't told by intelligence, and this did not come from intelligence. This came from me. And you know what? The Great Spirit has never failed me. When I receive these messages, why do you think I did the video? Are you listening? One subscriber sent me an email. He said, Jim, you changed my whole life on that video. So I did another one. Are you listening or are you talking? Listen, if you're not paying attention to the Holy Spirit, you're never going to get these signals. You're going to think, oh, this is coming from La La Land in my subconscious. You got a piece of pie? The spiritual realm is not going to violate the law, the universal law of free will. They're giving you all the signs. The bridge is out. 3 miles down. 2 miles down. 1 mile down. "20 feet. You're over the cliff. Look. 52 volcanoes in 1 month? Wait a minute. Everybody's used to it now. That's nothing. What about the 1,000 earthquakes? What about the 7.4 that hit El Salvador? Oh, that's nothing. That happens all the time. All the time. It's going to start happening all the time. You wait 3 more months. When we hit 37 degrees, it's going to be happening all the time. You see those clouds moving? That's beautiful, isn't it? I don't live on a prison planet, the third rock from the sun. I live on Mother Earth, Father Sky. And I listen to the Great Spirit. And I belong to Grandfather. And so do you. Look at that. Could you actually see those clouds moving? Line it up with the tree and you'll see them clouds slowly moving past those trees. Beautiful day in my neighborhood. There's going to come a time, and it's not going to be a beautiful day in your neighborhood. There's only a couple places left in America, and New Mexico's one of them where I live, and parts of Arizona. I don't think you're gonna find a nice piece of pie in Atlanta, Georgia, Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, and I know you ain't gonna find no pie in New Orleans, New York, Chicago. But I tell you what, when these lights go out, ladies and gentlemen, your reality is gonna change so quick. It's gonna be like pulling a rug out from under you. And I'm telling you right now, these transformers are not grounded. Are you grounded? The military's going to go down. The government's going to go down. Planes are going to fall out of the sky. You're going to be on the highway. You're going to lose it. Planes are going to fall out of the sky when this happens. Unless they're smart. And they ground all of the aircraft 8 hours before it's supposed to hit. Well, here comes the light. You see, soon the light's going to shine forth out of the darkness. And people are going to look up. And they're going to be shocked and amazed. And they're going to be confused. And they're going to wonder if I got my ticket. This is amazing, beautiful. And they're going to, like this guy's going to reach in his pocket. I ain't got my ticket. I think those people have the ticket. I don't think he has his ticket. That boy's got his ticket. That man's confused. So is that woman. One will be taken, and the other will be left. Because light exposes the darkness. Look at that woman. She's praising God. Oh, I'm going home. She doesn't go home. Neither does he. Jesus said, not all calling me Lord, Lord will enter the kingdom of heaven, but whosoever doeth the will of my Father. That's going to shock some people. Okay? Because a lot of false religions believe once you're saved, you're always saved. You know what the book of James says? Without faith, it's impossible to please him. Faith without works is useless. You build your faith and you apply it to your life every single day. And what did Apostle Paul say? Examine yourself daily to see if you are walking in a manner well-pleasing to him. And I believe that gentleman and that boy and that couple, I believe they examine themselves every day. They're starting to question their reality, aren't they? He's shaking his head. She's in a daze and confused. But those that have the light inside of them, they're not dazed and confused. That man's dazed. That woman's shocked. I thought I had my ticket. You know, he's coming for us, ladies and gentlemen. And the children are going to be taken because they're innocent. And those who obeyed Christ and has their scars and did not lose their faith, they're going to be taken too. And then these people getting left behind, they're going to have an ultimatum. You can accept Jesus Christ and die as a martyr, or you can take that chip and go buy your Exxon fuel and go back to the Matrix. But you know what? I'm going home. And that's what the Lord told me, because I'm worthy and you're worthy. And remember, you have always been loved and you will always be loved. And that's amazing, beautiful. And when the moment comes, I will meet you on the other side, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's time to be strong. Because soon we're going home. And I can't wait. If it happens today, they can come out here and take me. I will not hesitate to die for Jesus Christ. Be safe, everyone. And God bless always. And thank you for being yourselves.